If you've been waking up with that familiar ache in your lower back, the kind that makes you sit on the edge of the bed for a few seconds before you can even stand up straight, you might be blaming your age when the real problem could be something you do every single night without even thinking about it. Imagine spending 7 or 8 hours in a position that quietly places unnecessary stress on your spine, night after night, week after week. It's no wonder so many people over 50 wake up feeling stiff, sore, and frustrated before the day has even begun. But here's the surprising part. For many people, it's not always the mattress. It's not always arthritis. And it's not always something serious. Sometimes one simple change in the way you sleep can make a remarkable difference in how your back feels when you wake up. And before this video ends, I'm going to share one small adjustment that many people completely overlook, yet it can help reduce unnecessary strain on the lower back almost immediately. Stay with me because that final tip is often the one people wish they had learned years earlier. If you're over 50, you've probably noticed that your body doesn't recover quite as quickly as it once did. You might spend an afternoon gardening, lifting groceries, or playing with your grandchildren, and everything feels fine until the next morning. Suddenly, your lower back reminds you that you're not 25 anymore. That's a reality many people share, and if you've experienced it, you're certainly not alone. The truth is that your spine works incredibly hard every day. It supports your weight, helps you bend, twist, reach, and move. During the day, gravity constantly compresses the discs between your vertebrae. At night, those discs have an opportunity to recover and rehydrate. But if your sleeping position places your spine in an awkward alignment for hours, your muscles may remain tense instead of relaxing. Instead of waking refreshed, you wake feeling like your back has been working all night. Think about that for a moment. Your body spends nearly a third of your life sleeping. Doesn't it make sense that the position you choose during those hours could influence how your back feels every morning? Many people immediately assume they need an expensive mattress or a new pillow. Those things can certainly help in some situations, but even the best mattress cannot fully compensate for a sleeping position that twists your spine into an uncomfortable angle night after night. One of the most common positions people sleep in is on their stomach. For some people, it feels comfortable because they've slept that way for decades. It feels familiar. It feels natural. But familiarity doesn't always mean it's helping your body. When you sleep on your stomach, your neck usually stays turned to one side for hours. At the same time, your lower back often arches slightly because your abdomen sinks into the mattress while your hips remain extended. This can increase stress on the muscles and joints of the lower spine. If you already experience occasional lower back discomfort, sleeping this way may contribute to morning stiffness for some individuals. That doesn't mean everyone who sleeps on their stomach will have pain. Every body is different, but if you've noticed that your lower back feels worse after sleeping this way, it may be worth experimenting with a different position for several nights. Now, here's something interesting. Have you ever noticed that your back sometimes feels better after sleeping in a hotel bed or when taking a nap on the couch, even though those surfaces aren't necessarily better than your own mattress? Sometimes it's because your body naturally settles into a different position. It's a reminder that posture during sleep matters more than many people realize. I'd love to ask you something. When do you usually notice your lower back the most? Is it first thing in the morning after standing for long periods, or later in the evening after a busy day? Let everyone know in the comments because your experience may help someone else realize they're not alone. Now let's talk about another position that surprises many people. Sleeping flat on your back can actually be very comfortable for many adults, but it depends on how you do it. If your legs are completely flat and your lower back has a large natural curve, that curve may remain unsupported during the night. Some people wake with tight muscles because of it. This is where a small adjustment can sometimes make a meaningful difference. Placing a pillow beneath your knees may help reduce the natural arch in your lower back and encourage a more neutral spinal position. It's a simple change, inexpensive, and easy to try. Many people are surprised by how such a small adjustment changes the way their back feels the next morning. Now, I promised earlier that I'd reveal one of the biggest mistakes people make, and we're getting very close to it. But before we do, there's another sleeping position that's often recommended by physical therapists for people with occasional lower back discomfort. Sleeping on your side can be an excellent choice because it allows the spine to rest in a more natural alignment. However, there's one detail that many people overlook. If your upper leg falls forward while your knees are separated, your pelvis rotates. That twisting motion can place extra stress on the lower back. The solution is surprisingly simple. Place a pillow between your knees. This helps keep your hips, pelvis, and spine better aligned throughout the night. Instead of your top leg pulling your back into an awkward position, your legs stay comfortably supported. As you begin noticing how your body responds to small changes like these, you may discover that comfort isn't about forcing yourself into a perfect position. It's about finding alignment that allows your muscles to finally relax. Many people over 50 also experience reduced flexibility in the hips. When the hips become tighter, the lower back often works harder to compensate. That's why improving your sleeping posture can sometimes feel like giving those hard-working muscles permission to rest for the first time in years. Of course, sleep position isn't the only factor. Staying physically active during the day plays an important role in maintaining back health. Gentle walking, stretching approved by your healthcare provider, and regular movement can help prevent stiffness from building up. Sitting for long periods without getting up can make lower back discomfort feel even worse. Hydration also deserves more attention than it usually gets. The discs in your spine contain a significant amount of water. Staying adequately hydrated supports your body's overall health, including the tissues that cushion your spine. While drinking more water isn't a cure for back pain, it is one piece of the bigger picture of healthy aging. Stress can also affect your back more than you might expect. Have you ever noticed your shoulders creeping upward when you're worried? The same thing can happen throughout your back. Muscles tighten without you even realizing it. Practicing relaxation before bedtime, whether through slow breathing, gentle stretching, or simply reading a calming book instead of scrolling through your phone, may help your body settle into more restful sleep. Now it's time for the simple adjustment I mentioned at the beginning, the one many people overlook completely. If you absolutely cannot stop sleeping on your stomach because it's the only way you can fall asleep, don't panic. Instead, try placing a thin pillow beneath your hips and lower abdomen. This small change may reduce excessive arching of your lower back and decrease some of the stress placed on the lumbar spine during the night. Even better, if you gradually train yourself to spend more time sleeping on your side with a pillow between your knees, many people find that their morning stiffness slowly begins to improve over time. The important word here is gradually. Your body has developed sleeping habits over decades. Trying to force an entirely new position overnight often doesn't work. Instead, make one small adjustment at a time. Give your body several nights to adapt before deciding whether it helps. It's also important to remember that occasional lower back pain is common, but severe pain that spreads down the legs, numbness, weakness, loss of bladder or bowel control, fever, unexplained weight loss, or pain following a serious injury should always be evaluated promptly by a qualified healthcare professional. Persistent or worsening symptoms deserve proper medical attention because sometimes back pain has causes that require diagnosis and treatment. The encouraging news is that many people discover they have more influence over their comfort than they realized. Small daily habits often create the biggest long-term results. Better posture while sitting, gentle movement during the day, supportive sleep positioning at night. These aren't dramatic changes, but together they can add up over weeks and months. Imagine waking tomorrow morning, sitting up without that familiar hesitation, standing a little straighter, taking those first few steps with less stiffness, and feeling just a little more confident that your body is working with you instead of against you. Those little victories matter. They make everyday life more enjoyable, whether it's walking the dog, traveling, gardening, or simply getting out of bed with a smile. Growing older doesn't mean giving up on feeling comfortable. It means learning what your body needs now and responding with wisdom instead of frustration. Your spine has supported you through every chapter of your life. Giving it better support while you sleep is one simple way to return the favor. Thank you for spending these minutes with me today. I truly hope one of these small adjustments helps you wake up feeling more comfortable tomorrow morning. If you found this video helpful, please give it a like, Subscribe for more evidence-informed health and wellness tips designed especially for adults over 50, and share this video with someone you care about who wakes up with occasional lower back discomfort. Until next time, take good care of yourself, sleep well tonight, and may tomorrow morning begin with a little less stiffness and a lot more comfort.